Hi, this is Why are you laughing? This is Aliyah, my daughter. She doesn't like the camera, so it's a rare privilege me getting this, and I said I'm gonna share it, and so we have that permission. So, hi Aliyah, how are you?
So awkward.
How good? Okay. Serious. So let me just give a context. So she came in just a moment ago, and she was asking me a question that why is it that people when they go to other people's houses they refuse to eat, or in terms of people not wanting to accept things from other people. And I felt it's quite a profound question, and so I just asked her, please, can we do this on camera? So first of all, thank you for accepting to be on camera, which you usually don't like, so I stay off your matter. I have to ask permission before I post anything about you, and but thank you anyway for doing this. So like you were asking, what I said was that it's normally about suspicion.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents bring up their children to be suspicious of other people. So it's either, don't eat food so that you don't get witchcraft, you don't get poison. The poison isn't what they use. Don't eat food, witchcraft or something like that. And then sometimes people don't eat food of people of other faiths.
Yeah.
You find there are Muslims who don't eat food of Christians. There are Christians who don't eat food of Muslims. And then during Salah, when people share, instead of them to eat it, they would rather go and throw it away. And which I felt was really it's really absurd. If you don't want to collect somebody's food, have the guts to tell the person, I'm not gonna eat it. But let's hear from your story. Why did you think about this question? Why did it come up to you?
Oh no, I was just like scrolling through Instagram, and it's really common because I follow kind of like ethnic pages, and it's like it was like a mom pinching or like their kid or giving them a look, and it's like when I go to like my auntie's house and like they offer me food, so it's like they're not allowed to eat, or like they get in trouble, or they get like beaten when they go back home, like if they accept the food. It's kind of weird because like that never really used to happen with us, so we always used to eat everybody's food.
So in other words, isn't it that allowed you that stuff? But you see, for me, there was a question you asked one time, and I've always said this to you, and I'm saying this now on record. I was deliberate in bringing you and your brother up because there were so many things that growing up, I didn't like about the way I grew up, the way I saw others behaving, and I felt if I have children, I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to allow that. How do I put it? Either fear of other people or disdain. Or I just feel we are all human beings, and we should just live that way. Do you remember when you asked me if Tolu or Okutolu was Yoruba?
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the year?
No.
But
I was just like shocked that I didn't know where it was like from. If it was like Yoruba or not. I was just like asking like, is he Yoruba? Because I just didn't know.
Yeah. So and Uncle Tolu, let me just give that. Uncle Tolu is a family friend. We've been family friends even before they were born. So she knew Uncle Tolu all her life. But you remember where you were? Were you in Nigeria already in UK when you asked that question?
I think I'd already like been here to his house.
Yes. So you were in UK. So and you came to UK in 2017 to start school, right? So I know that it was that 2017 when we were in his house and everything. And you even go there to spend holidays. Yeah. I mean, he's the friend that we have. Okutolu and his family, he's Yoruba, they're Christians, we're family friends. I mean, Amir couldn't come home for his 18th birthday. He spent it with Okutolu and his wife. Amina is Southern Kaduna. She's from Southern Kaduna. She's Christian. But we're family. And she was the one that did his 18th birthday. I wasn't the one that did it for him. She did cake for him. She did everything. So this wonderful feeling, I see a lot of people who deny themselves this feeling because, they only want to relate to people who are only from their religion. Like, how do you deprive yourself? So for me, it was so sorry when you asked that question because you have known Okutolu all your life. You've been family friends, everything, but you didn't even know whether he was Yoruba or anything because that never mattered. What mattered was Uncle Tolu is a human being. Uncle Tolu is a loving person, and we're all family.
Yeah.
That's it. So like I said earlier, for me, I was extremely deliberate. There's somebody I met at Bring Back Our Best movement who for her said the first time she ever ate the food of a Muslim was at the Unity Fountain. I don't want to mention her name,
okay.
yeah, because we are recording this. I want her to one day say her story where she told that story at the Unity Fountain, and she never ate because she was brought up not to eat. So, but in Unity Fountain during Salah we bring food, Salah food. During Christmas we bring it. But I want you to talk more, especially. Do you remember when you went to spend Christmas with your friend Naomi?
Oh yeah, we went to like church. No, it was Easter.
No, it was Easter. Okay, so the church one is a different story. We're going to talk about that. But this one of the Christmas where I took pictures of you one of the Christmas that you spent in her house.
Like I just went over to her house to like eat and stuff.
Yes.
With Amir.
No, you were alone. I dropped you that day at Christmas. And maybe why you know why I'm talking about is that on that day they were fighting on Twitter about Christmas rice.
Oh yeah.
People were saying, "No, don't eat Christmas rice, don't eat this and that." And when I picked you guys, I took a picture of both of you and everything. And for me, I just feel Naomi. I know Naomi as a best friend.
Yeah.
And you guys are close. You guys do amazing things together. I know. When you did your prom, you were both together, you have those pictures, and the beauty of the relationship that you share. Imagine if you were the daughter of one of those parents that would say, "Oh, don't talk to somebody that is not your religion." Oh my goodness, it will be so much. And also, okay, so talking about your experience at the church, so how was that?
Like, it was just, it wasn't really like, we sat down, it was quite long. And we just like watched them do their stuff, and then one time they like left the church because they had to do a walk with like Jesus was holding the cross, and then it was just me, Naomi, and her sister Marisha were just sitting there in the church, and then it was really one time it was really awkward because we had to like walk up and like kiss the Jesus stuff, and then I was like in my hijab and I was walking up and everyone was looking at me like, and Naomi didn't kiss it because of like germs and stuff. Because we didn't want to get germs. And then I just like walked up and I just went back. It was just so awkward. But it was really nice. We just like sat there.
Yeah, and then there was a little boy. I remember that church. I'm going to give you the whole context of that church experience. There was a little boy that you said who had asked you a question.
Which one?
At that place. It was when he asked whether you were Muslim or something.
Yeah, I think, was it? I remember someone asking me if I was Muslim. Yeah. I was there.
Yes, why you? I know you said it was a boy.
Oh, I can't remember. I just remember someone asking me.
So what happened was that, okay, so same Naomi, they're quite friends, so they were together. I think I was like, was it bring back? I think so. We had a bring back. I'll get something to do. So I left you. So I dropped her at Naomi's house with the mom. It was during Easter, I think.
Yeah,
within those Easter period, and Naomi they are Catholic. And so the mom called me like, "Oh, we need to go out now. We need to go to church. Is it okay if we take Aliyah to church?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? Go take her with you." And so they went to church, and then you had that experience. I remember when you came back. Okay, she said I shouldn't say what she said when she came back. But for me, I just like, it's just that openness. I mean, it's not any big deal or whatever. The way people just hold on to certain things. I just feel we should respect everybody's faith. And then what is there? Sometimes a lot of people have a different view. I believe in getting knowledge. I remember one time I said to you guys, mix up with everybody, learn different religion, learn what it is all about, because it helps you're able to understand more of your religion. It's not to just say that, oh, because my parents said this to me, oh, because my parents said that to me, that we should do any other. But what are some of the things? The last time you were saying to me something about African mothers, that anytime you hear people talk about African mothers, that you always feel, oh, but that's not the way. I think it was some weeks ago, and I said to you, no, that's the way. It's just because I don't do it, because I was deliberate in a lot of things that people talk about that I don't do. Can you just share that experience with me?
Like I was also on Instagram all the time, and then I saw like a list of things like African mothers say.
Can you move forward so that we can see you in the frame? Or you don't want to be?
It's okay. They can see me. And it was just like a list of stuff African mothers say, but it sounded like what like African Americans would say, because that's what it sounds like that's what you see on TV. It's like I just showed you. I was like, oh my god, like nobody in Africa, like African moms don't say this. Like this is what African American moms say, and you were like, oh, they say this. Like you just don't say it because I can't relate to like a lot of people's situations because that's not how I grew up. So it's kind of like.
So can we have like an example?
Oh, it's something like I think they said like I brought you into this world and I'll take you out. Like you've never said that, so I was like, that doesn't even happen. Like that. No.
But hey, if you're watching and you have African mothers, you are now African mother. Is it something that we say? Because I did say to her that it's something that they say. They say, I brought you to this one, I will take you out. It's a common thing in the African debate. I just never use that. Because those are some of the things that I felt. These are not the things that I should be saying to my children. And growing up, I didn't like that being said to me. And for me, I always say I was deliberate. And I keep using. I had a friend who said to me the other night that she just loved the fact that when I talk about the fact of when I say I was deliberate in bringing up my children, I really was, because so many things I didn't want, I needed to change them. And then there are some mistakes that I have made that I expect. If you have children, it's your choice. And you want to do, you should change them. I have always said, your children don't owe you grandchildren. It's their business whether they want to or they don't want to. That's for me, that's the way it is. There's another, one of those, let me look at what other African sayings are there.
I don't even remember the post. That was the one that really stuck out the most to me.
There's this one of, they will tell you that, oh, how are you going to cook in your husband's house? Or if you don't do this, how are you going to work in your husband's house? Or do this, I made sure, no way, that was not part of the upbringing I was going to give my children. And also some that they feel that the boys shouldn't do anything. Yeah. The boys are different. Why is your face like that? So, did you have any experience of things like that? Where, with me, saying that, oh, you have to be the one to do things for your brother or cook for your brother?
It was kind of like a contradiction. Because, like, you never, like, said stuff like that. But, like, Mama Chidera, like the help, she'd be like, oh, like you're a girl, like you should know how to cook. And I was like, what? Like Amir is literally standing right there and he's like, oh, he's a boy. And I'm like, so like don't make me think like sure.
Okay, so what she's talking about Mama Chidera, that's our housekeeper. And so of course our housekeeper has this thing of, oh, it has to be a girl to do it. In my own case, I don't have time. Girl, boy, you're going to do it what you need to do at the time that you need to do. But she always like, oh, you're a girl. When you get... And those were things that I refused to use with my children. Or have this thing. Oh, you are a boy. They are going to come and serve you. No way. Where... Why are you laughing? I was you. If you're hungry, enter kitchen. That one that our own time, they will pose, fathers will pose, and then they'll come and bring food for you. Man will pose in the room. Nah, it's not happening. And you have to do that. So I'm just thinking, for me, I think it's all about the way society, the way we see things. And I think it's very important, most especially for us as parents, to allow our children be and have a voice. I always talk about the fact that it's good to allow your children make demands on you as parents, so that they grow up to be people who can make demands. Can you say more about that? Because you'll be in a better position to be able to talk about it, whether I allow you make demands or I don't, or I'm this kind of like, oh, you don't have a voice, just do what I want you to do, and that's a kind of situation.
Like, it's like, I guess you could always say, like, if you didn't want to do something, or if you thought maybe you do it differently, maybe not all the time, you get away, but like, you could, like, I felt like I could always say something if I wanted to, like, even though I couldn't say it at the time, and maybe like a couple of days later, like, or like maybe a couple of hours later, I could be like, okay, maybe I don't want to do this, or like, can I just talk to you more about this? So it was like, it's not really like, making it just, I felt like I had a say on like a lot of things. Like, or like I could maybe express it and then we could talk about it, like maybe if I was wrong, and then we could be like, okay, this is why I don't want you to do this, or this is why I want you to do this. So it kind of like, it's always like an understanding. So maybe I still have to do it, but at least I understood why I have to do it, or why I shouldn't do it, stuff like that.
I always think about, it's not about putting down the laws or rules or whatever. It's about explaining and then letting a child know that there are consequences for every action. And you know me, if you do it anyhow, you see anyhow. You can do it all, but this is the consequence and it has to be, which a lot of parents, they allow their kids get away with so many things. Anyway, so any other thing that now we have you on camera and oh, this is amazing. You don't even understand the privilege. She hates camera. She hates being in front of us. So having her here, I want to make it. What are the other things that, for example, like children your age? How old are you now?
I'm 18.
You're 18. And okay, like earlier on, I was even doing some tweets talking about, like I was at Black Lives Matter, and who invited me to that? You were the one, yeah, you invited me to. And honestly, maybe I didn't say, I really haven't said this to me, but it was such an honor and a privilege for you to invite me to that place. And I felt it was such a profound and huge moment for me. You might not understand, because I just looked at, I was like, wow, I have a child that is grown, that is inviting me to come and make demands. And I remember as a kid, I used to be the one to ask you, do you want to come to protest? And then here we were. I think that was the first time you went to protest was 2014 for the Chibok girls. And here we are, 2020, you were the one inviting me to a Black Lives Matter. So I might not have said it before, or I might not have said it in this way. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. It was really, for me, it was really an amazing moment. So what do you think about young people, most especially back home in Nigeria, who don't feel that they can make demands, or who feel that, oh, they should be busy doing other things, they don't have to be the ones to actually make demands for things to work?
Like, it's really weird because with like the BLM's Black Lives Matter stuff, it's because maybe because I'm older, I like really understand it affects everyone, like being a Black person in a white neighborhood, like you can, like I can see it now, like I'm old enough to see it now, like I can't just say no, like going back to Nigeria, like where there's rape culture, like it's like you can't escape it, and like it's like you have to protest now, so when it's your turn, like people can come up for you, because it's like it's kind of like, okay, it's not my problem, like it's like it's too big, but like every little helps, like posting on Instagram, if signing petition, like whatever you can do, going out for a protest, like it affects you. And like I guess like it's kind of like, maybe when I was younger it felt scary, like standing up for something, and it's like people are going to, but it's like now I don't know, maybe because I'm older, it's just like you don't, because like if someone doesn't support what you support for, that means like they don't like you. Like if my friend has a problem with me posting about Black Lives Matter or going to protest, like that really shouldn't be my friend. Or or if my friend has a problem with me speaking about rape culture, about like the Chipper girls, about people like that, like those aren't people you should align yourself with. I mean, you can do whatever you want, like maybe if you have friends for different reasons and stuff. No, I just feel like it affects everyone, like as a girl, like as a Muslim Black girl in a society like that, it's hard. Like every day you go, I'm not on Twitter, or every day you go on Twitter, you see stuff about dark-skinned girls, you go on Twitter, you see stuff about Muslims, you go on Twitter, you see stuff about girls in general, Black people, and it's like I just kind of realized like people have to fight for what we have, so we have to fight for what my cousins have, not my kids, my cousins, what my little cousins have. Like people sacrificed a lot, and like I guess life is way bigger than one person. I mean, you can still enjoy it and still give back, and like it's really good, like growing up, going to like Bring Back Our Girls protest, like really seeing like the passion that people have, like 7 years along, still 6-7 years along, still going to like protests. It's like amazing, like growing up around that. And it's like we just have to say something, because like it affects everyone, like no matter like how rich you are, no matter like even rich women, like rich Black people still get affected by racism, by rape, by like assault against women. So you just have to do your part, however big, however small. You just have to say something.
Do you know when you're saying you're way old, and I'm thinking, you're still young. You're still 18. The way she's
compared to like when I was 14.
Hey, I love that. Thank you so much, Aliyah. Love you, love you, love you. Love you. Okay, that's as much as I know she can give me. Thank you so much. Bye.